All reactions in this program are improvised and have not been rehearsed. Portions of said reactions not affecting the outcome have been edited and/or recreated.
Welcome to Season 2 of
What's on this tape?
For the past year, I've been finding some really interesting stuff, both on VHS and Betamax.
Awesome!
And now that I've got more room in my storage unit, I can fill it with more.
Wait, what?
That's right. I recently found a large cache of even more unlabeled mystery tapes to go through.
Sweet!
There could literally be anything on these. So it's time once again to find out
What's on this tape? 31!
Wow, more of the same of what I've been finding a lot of lately. Mystery. Now, these are different opening titles from what I've been seeing lately. I think there were different ones for different seasons. And there's the wolf howl that was used a lot on Sesame Street. Oh, this is from one of the Vincent Price seasons. Pretty cool. The Abbey Grange. This is part of The Return of Sherlock Holmes. And it is complete all the way to the end. Cox. Whoop. But we got a blizzard and then what looks like another episode. But that was like a fragment of that episode. I will never get tired of that PBS logo and its music. A classic movie at Friday at 9 p.m. Take a letter, darling. Must be one of those B pictures. Oh, great. More Sherlock. Is this also mystery? Doesn't look like it. Looks like a best of clip show or something. So it's like a documentary or like a retrospective of some kind. Ooh, Christopher Lee. He's good. Yeah, if any of you ever go to England, this might be something to check out. Have you ever been there before? Leave it in the comments. Whoa, I didn't know any actual footage of the author existed. Almost thought he looked like Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, so that documentary was almost complete, except for like the end credits, but looks like we were in for more Sherlock tonight on KQ89. And it looks like we've got another episode of Mystery coming up. Yep, there it is, the Musgrave Ritual. But halfway through, it looks like we got a blizzard. Ooh. But a pretty short blizzard. I guess it's probably a station error. Oh, but we got another blizzard. But this time we go from there to the sunset logo. Yeah, so I guess it really was a station error. Yeah, so because it goes right back to the program. Oh, yes. Fawlty Towers. Yes, it truly was a golden age of programming. Yeah, it was a better time when we had to build our schedule around what was being shown on TV, or if we could just time shift it with a VCR. And there it is, the Universal picture. Dressed to Kill. And, yeah, that movie was almost complete except for maybe the last 2 minutes. Whoa. Don't remember seeing that pterodactyl before. But, that mourner lady looks familiar. Oh, there's the title. We got another one called The Second Stain. Wonder what the first stain was. And about 55 minutes later, we've got another one. Don't you like seeing these in sequential order? And this one is The Man with the Twisted Lip. And I think that's the last one on this tape, because we're like 5 hours, 10 minutes into it. Okay, 1987. Good year. Whoop. And it looks like that's the end of the tape. So let's solve another mystery and see what's on the next tape.
32.
Okay, The Irish in America, Long Journey Home. Okay, so that documentary is, I guess it's complete, because it goes all the way to the end credits. Ooh, Joan Gans Cooney. Thomas Lennon. Probably not the Thomas Lennon I'm thinking of. Walt Disney Studios. Lennon Documentary Group.
Major funding for this program is provided by Jefferson.
Yeah, we didn't see any Smurfs in that documentary, though.
Welcome to the broadcast tonight, a continuing look at the crisis in Washington involving the presidency of Bill Clinton.
Uh-oh. So that was only like a few seconds of the Charlie Rose broadcast because, they switched it to something else, and this was it. And a few minutes later, we've got a what looks like part of a Dateline episode from '97.
Come to this: 12 men and women meeting to decide if Stephen Beckham had
Wonder if he's related to Victoria or David.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie.
Yeah, the soundbite that rocked the world.
He again refused to explain his relationship with the former intern.
And that was about 30 minutes of NBC News I just went through, and now we're back on KQED. Looks like another part of the Irish documentary, but it doesn't look like it goes all the way to the end because, now we're at the end of the tape, which is like 4 hours and 7 minutes. Let's go on to the next one.
33.
Okay, I don't know what this is, but it looks like a poor 80s telescene of 50s movie. And it looks like throughout this tape we have like frequent blizzards, like this one. And then it comes back, like that. And now we know what channel it's on.
We'll return to the adventures of Sadie, starring Joan Collins, right after these important messages, so don't go away.
I'll try not to. Oh no. One of America's slimiest slime balls.
He has one of the world's most heart-touching voices.
Yeah, that's not the only thing he's touched.
Join us tomorrow for It's a Wonderful World, starring Jimmy Stewart.
Don't they mean It's a Wonderful Life?
Just a moment.
So looks like the tracking's gone askew. Hold on a second while I adjust it. Okay, that's much better. Aha! The Peter Gabriel Sledgehammer video by Aardman. Oh! Looks like we're on a different channel now. Wonder which one.
Within the race on the next open.
Aha! ABC KGO7. We're still in the Bay Area.
Well, look who's here. I'll tell you this.
Oh, it's Donahue!
Doing a book on me. Here's a woman who's written for the Washington Post, the New York Times, LA Times, the Chicago Tribune. Her previous books include Jackie O, O-H, Elizabeth Taylor, The Last Star.
So she's done all the figures.
Here to talk about her book titled His Way, the unauthorized biography of Frank Sinatra. Miss Kelly, my good woman.
Hi, Phil.
Miss Kelly who?
Destroyed Frank Sinatra. Oh.
And a car
Oh, Kitty
comes
Kelly.
out of nowhere, according to everyone's testimony, and smashes into their car, and the husband is killed. The
Uh-oh.
wife is put into the hospital with serious injuries.
Uh-huh. So I see he's in Atlanta for this episode. And that this episode has original commercials. Ooh. I want to get some of that frosting right now. So this is Kitty Kelly talking about her biography about Frank Sinatra, His Way. It's like a tell-all book. And, wow, it seems like she was a real forerunner of the Me Too movement. Because, in this book, she's, like, calling him out for a lot of the bad stuff he did. Which is what was also happening a lot in 2017. I'm just glad that there were people out there, even back in the 80s, who were calling out bad behavior. And that was kind of a short tape, but an interesting one nonetheless. I think I'm going to transfer that Donahue episode. But before I do that, I'm going to go on to the next one.
34.
You still can get a pair of these mugs for $120, but since it's a bonus day, not only 2, you get 3 for a $120 price.
Yes, unfortunately, our station has spent so much money on these programs, and we're so broke that we now have to resort to begging for more money live on the air. Well, you just want to see how the program ends. Magoo's Pizza. Now, why does that name sound familiar? Any of you ever been there? Leave it in the comments. I tell you, the show is rigged. Ooh, spooky. Oh, I hope that bone is for the dog. Shoscombe Old Place. That must be the title of this episode. Frank Grimes. I guess that's where they got the name for Homer's enemy. Yep, there's the title. Shoscombe Old Place. Yes, and we're back to begging for money. The problem of Thor Bridge. The problem is that he's always smashing it with his hammer. Okay, but after that episode, we've got something a little more recognizable with Tom Hanks and Carl Winslow. Oh, Turner and Hooch! Oh, it's so sad how this one ends. But this must be a primetime network airing from around the holidays, because it's got ads like this. Wish for Wings That Work. That came out in 91. Yeah, there's a special that doesn't get enough respect. Oh, Hooch. Anyway, I guess there was only like the first few minutes missing of that, because otherwise it's complete, within a 2-hour block. But now we're on a different program. Wonder which one it is. Oh, that looks like Diane Sawyer.
The mystery of homosexuality. Are you born that way, or is it something you learn?
I think the answer is obvious by now.
This scientist, who is gay, believes he may have unlocked the genetic secret to homosexuality.
This could be controversial.
With actress Diane Sawyer in New York, Sam Donaldson in Washington.
Slam Fondlesome. Oh, thank you for providing the air date. And luckily, that episode of Primetime Live was complete with commercials. I didn't find any that were worth riffing on, but yeah, now I'm excited to see what's on the next tape.
35.
This is Channel 60, KCSM TV, San Mateo.
Wonder if we'll see any educational programming.
History. Gray is faced with
I don't know if I'd call this educational, but we probably learned something from it. I have no idea. Oh boy, more mystery. I wonder if that's all that's on this tape. I'm gonna go forward. Maigret and the Nightclub Dancer. We'll probably see some skin in that one. But yeah, big surprise. That episode is complete. Wow, I don't think I've seen that logo before. What year is it from? Leave it in the comments. So up next on the tape is like an hour or so long presentation about prostate health, which has some diagrams that kind of give me the ick. Whoa, that's the type of thing Austin Powers has. Audio problems, please stand by. Looks like it's not just problems with the audio. Wow, the signal is seriously messed up here. But it looks like it clears up after about 5-10 minutes. The case of the missing will. That's 3 mysteries on this tape. And another one called the chocolate box. That's 4. And another one called the $1 Million Bond Robbery, which I think we've seen on another tape before. But that's 5. 5 mysteries on this tape. Anyway, after that, it was just a bit of McNeil Lehrer, but that's kind of boring. So, that wraps it up for tapes 31 through 35. I have now been through exactly 1/4 of this lot of 140 tapes. Yay! So I'm going to take like a week or 2 or 3 off of uploading so that I can get caught up with digitizing the stuff on these tapes that I want to keep. For instance, that Donahue episode that you just saw. And also, I gotta take the time to write down the contents of them because, you know, those little jobs tend to accumulate little by little until they become, like, so massive that I get overwhelmed. But for those of you that have stuck with me this far, I really appreciate your patronage. And for those of you new to this series, there's plenty of older videos to look at while I take a break from making these new ones. So I'll resume uploading videos in this series in about 2 or 3 weeks. I may, sneak in a few commercial breaks here from time to time. I don't know. So anyway, watch this channel for announcements. And until then, as always, adios, muchachos.
Stay tuned for the next episode of What's on This Tape, where even more hidden content will be revealed.